Hello, everybody. RV Debs here, and it's Wednesday. I got a fan on me and the AC. So let me fix this. Hold on. Let me make this less noisy. There, that's better. Whoa. Well, how's everybody doing? Anybody coming in to visit me, chat with me? Tried to do my hair. Threw some lipstick on. Haven't had dinner yet, so I made myself an electrolyte drink. Hi, Mary. You're the first one in today. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Hello, Linda Metcalf and Nadia and Lisa. Yay. I'm so glad to see you all coming in. Thank you. Well, we've had pretty good weather. I mean, it's rained every day a little bit. Today we haven't had any rain, although you never know. Hi, Sheila. How are you guys doing? Anything happening? You think I look beautiful, Michelle? Thank you. Hello, Sally. Well, I am losing weight. I lost another few pounds on my scale. How are you, Sally? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hi, Linda. You welcome. This is what I'm here. I mean, everything is very loose. I feel good. I do. Got a long way to go, but I've gotten at least almost 30 pounds. Almost. Depends on when you depends on when you count from where to where. Trying to stay out of the heat. Well, good luck, Sally, because Texas is the unending summer. That's right. And doesn't end. Right now, it is 95 degrees. Hi, Megan. Yeah, and it's been humid too, which makes it worse. It says it really feels like 101. Tomorrow, thunderstorms, it says. But um that's the week ahead. Summertime. So I just don't like to think about it because when I think about it, it gets me, bummed. Hi, Terry. I see you. If I do miss you, let me know. Say hello again. But yes, I was just I told Doug I was going to tell what had just happened. I was playing a game online with my boyfriend Doug, and I get a message from the bank, text message saying, "Do you recognize such and such?" And I didn't. I'm like, "No, I don't recognize that." And then I log on my bank and I'm looking, and somebody was trying to buy stuff with my credit card, several. I mean, I had to call the bank, and I've got a new card coming. Well, what a hassle, and it was like PlayStation and all kinds of crazy shit, $24, $22, $17. I'm like, no. And it was my actual credit card. I don't use it. So anyway, isn't that fun? What else have I been doing? Hi, Rudy. What about 709? I don't know what the numbers are, but hi, Rudy. Good to see you. They caught it because, like, I caught it. I mean, yeah. Well, anyway, that's that. At least I got the text saying, "Is this you?" Which no, 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 it wasn't me. Fraud. Oh, I have lost credit cards in my life several times, actually. This was my real credit card, which I don't use. And the debit card would have been even worse because then I have to, like, all my money's in the bank in the debit. But anyway, right now I'm okay. God, who knows how they do it? I really don't. So besides that happening, everything else is pretty mellow. Geez. Hello, Tommy's Angels. Yeah. Still don't know what Rudy meant by 47, 49, and 42. Hi, Mary Cooper. I am so glad to see you all tonight. Yes, I certainly am. And I'm sticking with my food plan. I've been on actually I'm not on carnivore, I'm more ketovore, because that would be really not true. I don't really know if I could just have just the meat, the eggs, the protein without a little bit of veggie, but not much. Thumbs ups, you guys. Yes, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, please. That's one way you could do something to help me out. I certainly could use that. So tell me, anything new, you guys? Usually, hey Steve, it's 10:13 in the morning. Yep. Well, it's neat that we can share breakfast and dinner at the same time, Steve. I haven't had dinner yet. The only thing I've had is some pork rinds. Does anybody eat pork rinds? I never used to eat pork rinds, but on the carnivore diet, it can be like a chip. I mean, they're really good. I don't eat too many of them, but so anybody else doing the keto carnivore type diet? I like pork rinds, and you know what I like to do with pork rinds? I don't do the barbecue because it's going to have stuff in it that I don't want. You know what I mean? I just have to get the plain ones. But I'll make a dip and dip them, like, that kind of thing. But I do enjoy. So what I do with pork rinds a lot of times is I'll have hard boiled eggs and I will chop them up with a little bit of butter. Depends. A little bit of butter maybe, or a little cream cheese or some regular cheese, and put a handful of pork rinds, put it in the microwave, and then mix it all up. And it's like the pork rinds soften up and get chewy and good. And I do that. Hi, Deborah Garlic. Well, welcome. I do, cook with them and eat them like that. Oh, I've been on your seafood diet most of my life. I know that diet well. You seafood and you eat it. Yeah, I am bound and determined. I'm bound and determined to not go back to eating sugar and packaged and crappy stuff. I do not want it. I'm scared of sugar. Sugar freaks me out now. I love it. I'm very addicted to it when I'm eating it. So I'm not going to do it. And what I do have here is my little electrolytes. And this was blood orange flavor. And that tastes real sweet and good. And they use stevia. So it's not too bad. Hi, Dana. Hello, Cynthia. I'm so glad to see you guys coming in. Yeah, I'm just really, really into the this new lifestyle that I just eat real food, whether and some vegetables, which is real food. Nothing packaged. Who's Hellcat? Did I miss somebody? No, I know it's a joke because I've been on that seafood I eat it answer many times. But this time, I'm just, I mean, I want to live, I kind of want to live, and I'm at that age where my parents all died in their 70s. Um, and they ate bad, really, pretty, especially my dad. We all did. And I figure if I the cravings, I know because they're addictive. It's really a poison. It's I feel it because I know what it's like. And I watch people eat sugar stuff all the time. And I just go, okay, it looks really good. I know what that tastes like. Now, if I'm really in the mood for something sweet, I have whipping cream and I'll whip it up with a little stevia and I'll put blueberries or strawberries in it. And that does help. I look great. You think? Can you tell I'm losing weight? I know I've got a lot further to go, but I did lose a few more pounds this week, finally. Matter of fact, for the last, few weeks, I've been just kind of plateauing, just hanging around. And then this morning I got on and there was like 4 pounds gone. Okay, Mary. What else have I been doing? Let's see. Not a whole lot. Just, you know, taking care of myself. I mean, I want to live, if I'm going to live, I want to live a healthy life. If I would have kept on gaining and eating whatever I wanted, I don't think my heart and my arteries and my liver, I don't think I would have made it for very long. So, and I'm not even sure if this buys me time or not, but I think it does. I think that if I clean my body out of all the junk, and even though there's still stuff in there that's, I mean, how many years I've been doing this, but I would like to live, into my 80s and be walking and moving and not being a burden on anybody because that's such an important thing to me. I don't want to be nobody's going to take care of me. I I have to take care of myself. And I am. Now am I going to get better at it? Well, the heat's been horrible here. Sally can tell you that it's hard to go outside and do anything. Really is. I mean, I'd love to do a few things outside in my shed and I just can't take it. Um but the weather does change in like October, November it starts to get really nice here. So I will just take it a day at a time and just try to enjoy, that's really the thing we need to do is just like look for joy. What gives you peace of mind? Because that's when you get older. Really, what do you really need and want? I know I need it to be peaceful. I need a nice, mellow, peaceful life. Um, And do I like to do things? Yes, but not like I used to. I don't need a whole lot of excitement. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, when I was younger, I was like ready to move and groove and do stuff. Hello, whispering feline and Cali cat. It's like I don't need really a whole lot of, hi, Georgiana. I don't need a whole lot. I just need a little peace and quiet. And I have that in this living here. I do. It's peaceful, very quiet. Uh, so it's not like I'm not complaining, really. I'm not. Could I be more comfortable in the house? Yes, I could be. And the heat is horrible. I can't wait till it's 70s out there. Oh my God, even 80s. And I've been doing I have 5 pound weights. I have been doing those 5 pound weights every day. Hello, Scruggs. Yeah, birds are beautiful. I really like nature. I just, it doesn't have to be hustle and I don't really need the city, but I do like being close enough that if I do need to get something, I can. Not too much excite. You don't need the excitement. I mean, there was a time when younger, and I looked for excitement. I really challenged myself. Yeah, well, my body's not. Maybe I don't have herniated discs, but I have a hernia in my umbilical right around my belly button. So I do have a hernia that I really need to be careful that I don't, you know, carry things and stress get it bad. That's really one of the only things. And then walking, I do walk. I walk, but it's not comfortable. Like I feel like balance sometimes is an issue. I like a handrail on stairs, which when I was younger, I didn't even think about a handrail. Or sometimes I want to sit on the stairs and watch Lily, and I'm afraid to sit on the stairs and then I have to get up. Sheila says she doesn't go places like she used to. She sits and crochets. That's exactly me too. I don't crochet, but I know what you mean. I'm 59 with limited mobility now. I mostly stay home. I love to read, watch videos, draw, write, and take up Tai Chi in chair. Fun. Nothing wrong with all those things. Home is the best place. I don't, like I said, I don't need to go a lot of places. Hello, cats. Well, I'm happy, cats, because that's a good thing, always. Whispering Feline says, my excitement has been fall cleaning, throwing things. Haven't used since spring. Makes me feel it's good. I need to do more of getting rid of stuff. And right, we don't spend money when we're home. You had a cataract fixed. What happened to your cataract? Okay, did you have cataracts removed from both eyes? It does make everything brighter, that is for sure. When I had my cataracts out, I couldn't believe how bright everything was. You only had one. That's different. I had both. And it wasn't too hard that was not a hard thing to go through. More mental than anything. But my eyes have not been better since. Um, yes, they're much brighter. Cataracts really it's like having a shade over your eyes so that everything looks dull and kind of gray and off white. But So everything's really bright after you get your cataracts out. Even now, I can't even if it's direct sun, I'm like I have to like do this because it's bad. But what happened to me is I got blepharitis. Which is like something that I never had before, and my eyes allergies like they're just always dry. Lately, they're not too bad actually. I had some medication on, and that helped. Well, I'm glad that you got yeah, that your world opened up from the cataract. I remember when my cataracts were ready to come get off. I would be you couldn't see good, like you said, traffic signs. Another thing is I could if I looked at the speedometer, I couldn't see the arrow. I couldn't tell how fast I was going other than I knew, but I couldn't see that. And I also had trouble like seeing just uh the GPS. So if I put like an address in, I would have to get really close. It's anyway, yes, cataracts change your life when you get them gone. And that's the biggest thing I've had done to me, and that's enough. I don't know if I don't have 2020. I think I have 2030. These glasses, they're not the greatest, but I'm glad that you got 2020 now. That's really cool. Some people luck out like that, and you deserve it. I'm thinking about darkening my hair, getting rid of my silver, because it sure is a lot now. What do you think? Fix stigmatism. I have stigmatism that didn't get fixed, which means that everything's a little double visiony. So because we all like to be home and comfortable, I like look at when I'm watching stuff and I see homes people live in. I have to say I'm envious because a lot of people are very comfortable in their homes. I could be more comfortable. This is not a comfortable home, unfortunately. This chair sucks, and don't have room to do any artwork, which really makes me feel so much better when I'm being creative. You know, I only go on Second Life and try to be creative on there. You like to read and watch movies. I like to watch movies. I read, but not books. Certain shows and writing. I'm glad that we all kind of like certain things. Like the computer for me. That's how I read everything. Yeah, this is a very small place, and I've run out of really storing what I want to keep, and it I've outgrown it. I mean, my kitchen looks really messy, and that's not even a whole meal I cooked. It always looks messy. And then that over there, that's pee pads. It's a brand new one I didn't open yet. And under there, I holds a lot of my shoes. It's like, yeah, you threw away half your clothes. Wow. Well, I'm gonna have to go through my closet and get rid of stuff that I am not wearing anymore. I've lost enough weight to really wear anything in my closet. Some things will be big. So, yeah. We haven't had too much hard rain lately. We seem to get like after if we get it, it's like afternoon, early evening, a quick shower, and then it's over with. So really lately, no. I had a spider. outside the window here that started hanging out in the corner, and I thought, "Oh my god, what kind of spider is that?" I'm not a spider person, but I watched this spider, and it was like as if it was napping, and then I watch it, and it built a web. It built a web on the window, across the window, and it was very active. I took a picture. I think it'll be in one of my videos of how active it was. And it was there for at least, I don't know, maybe a week. And it was like just I kind of liked watching it. Well, it's gone. I guess the wind came, took the little spider or a bird, and it's gone. There are shootings everywhere today, alone, many shot. When I haven't seen the news. I'm sorry, that doesn't sound too good either. Don't watch the news, Linda. It's not a good thing to do to watch news. It's depressing. Don't you think it's a little depressing? Let me look. I want to see. I haven't heard anything. Let's see. The five shooting at Texas ICE facility sparks fierce debate. That's that. Nope, I don't see what you're seeing. Where are the? Okay. Where are these school shootings at, Linda? Hey, Victoria. I was thinking, Victoria, that I called my spider Charlotte too, and she just was so busy, and then she'd go and rest in that certain spot, and then now she's gone. I don't know what happened. I don't mind like spiders outside. I don't really want any in the house if possible. But I've gotten less afraid of them in the last year because I started watching on YouTube jumping spiders, and they have these little faces, and they're cute and little, and people let them, crawl on them. And I thought, oh, aren't they cute? But this was just a garden spider, pretty big sorry, spider. So, Linda, you say there's shootings everywhere today, alone, many shot. Where's that at? No? Okay. So, anybody have any good news to share? Or give me a thumbs up if you haven't. I would appreciate that very much. Medical buildings hit the killer, thought he had brain damage because he had the cover. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking that that spider could live there and eat, eat all the little gnats and stuff because we get plenty of them. But I guess he got blown away. But I don't want him to live in the house. Edinburgh, Texas or Scotland? Oh, you're on the road, Carol. Well, be careful out there. Enjoy your drive. Covington shot. I didn't see that in there. Edinburgh, Texas. You're close to me. We don't have any snails that I've noticed, but we've got a lot of stuff. COVID shot. What about the COVID shot? It is autumn. We don't get autumn here. We just go from summer to. It is a pretty spot. I love the trees around here and the birds. It's not bad. What do you mean COVID shot? I trying to understand you. What are you trying to share? Don't take any more vaccines. Forget it. Fall is my favorite season too. Not here. My favorite I've ever seen was in the Poconos near Philadelphia. I was up there, and also New York. Oh my gosh, beautiful. We don't have crisp air here. It's hot and humid. Hello, Bill. Welcome. Hello, Bill. I've not seen your name before. Welcome to my channel. What's going on? It's the mountains. It's beautiful with lots of leaves that fall, crunchy, beautiful colors. Oh, thank you. These I made these a long time ago. Handmade. Also, this is I made is handmade also. I used to make gorgeous jewelry, but my eyes have not really, I mean, I don't have the right lighting. I don't have the right everything. Yeah, the Poconos, where I went, it was near Philadelphia, and it was out in a park, and it was just beautiful. It's up there in the mountains, the Poconos. That's where a lot of people go on honeymoons, the Poconos. They have a lot of, you know, bed and breakfasts for newlyweds or old weds. Bill, I am in Palmview, Texas, very close to Mission and McAllen, Texas. Very south. You could go a couple miles and be in Mexico, and it's hot. No, I'm not going to decorate. You mean my house? Inside my house here or outside? No, I'm not decorating. I might put Christmas lights up, but that's all. I ain't got the oomph to do it. You can see it sunset out that out that door. San Angelo, Texas. I used to live I'm not from Texas, but before I moved down South Texas, I lived close to San Angelo, Knox City, Texas, by Abilene. I like lights, but I'm not outside. I don't hang out at night outside, so I'm not gonna do anything for the holidays. And the kids don't come. What we do here for Halloween is we close the gates and everybody puts in candy and we give it the people slow down the cars and the kids come out and we give candy away. So we do that. for Halloween, and which is my birthday also. You already started what to decorate for Halloween? Not till next month. Do you live by yourself, Whispering Feline? I'm just curious because I think that's the difference. If I had kids around, if I, had a reason to decorate, I'm just curious. Do you live by yourself or do you have kids around? Because if you have kids around, then it's great to decorate. Sure. Yeah, it's more like trunk or treat kind of thing here too. This will be the third birthday that I've spent here. No kids? Well, welcome to my channel, Bill. I've been doing this for 9 years. I started out in Florida where I had my husband. He got cancer. This is a very small, just a little about where I'm at. And after he passed away, I got an RV and thought I'm going to drive all over where him and I wanted to go. And basically, if you go on my playlists, you'll see, how it happened. But I wound up in South Texas, like it's going to be 3 years. Yeah, what we do is we have like a lot of people will get dressed in costume or not and go to the front gates because I live in an RV resort that has 4 streets. It's not a big park, but known for bird watching, serious bird watchers in the winter. And so we just all stand out there, and there's like a couple of wagons full of candy, and the kids they pull over and get out, you know. So that's what we do. Nobody comes into the park. Yeah, it's going to be before you know it, it'll be Christmas. Don't rush it. It's only September. God, it's going fast though. I can't believe it's already September 24th. Time is flying. I'm not sure if Doug is out there listening, but if he is, go to bed. Hi, Dirk. Ooh, horse stalls. Yeah, you got a lot of work going on there, Dirk. And it's getting late, but I'm glad you're here. You do. You love organizing, cleaning, and decorating. And I don't mind decorating. I don't really like organizing and cleaning. And I do what I have to do. I wish I had more oomph, more energy for that kind of stuff. But every now and then I get a spurt of organization, and then, that's about it. And I don't really get into Christmas either, to be honest. So, but I do like Christmas, the color, the lights outside, which I have all year long. I just keep them up. So you're in Tennessee, Bill. You got a house. Are I think of Tennessee and I think of the people that have the tiny homes, which I would love. Wow, your mom is 87. You're so lucky to have your mom. Are you good with your left arm though? I mean, can you do pretty much now everything with the left? Yep, Illinois has all 4 seasons. Everywhere does, just about. Not here because we're in the South. I'm as far south as you can go. My husband passed away 2014, and my life changed immediately, for that's how I got right here. Just life. And I work here at this RV resort a couple days a week. Hi, Judy. And I enjoy that, but I don't do a whole lot these days. I had to drink my drink. Oh yeah, that tastes good. Now you're a lefty. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you go to rehab a lot and try to get any movement back in your left, in your arm? I mean, in your right? My dad had a stroke, and that's what he died from. And my mother had many strokes. It turned into dementia. So I hate strokes. It's got to be a big bummer. I just saw this guy. His name is, what's his first name? Hanson? He's a like he eats challenge. He does food challenges. And he just had a face paralysis. His whole one side of his face is paralyzed. And he just did a video about it. It's like, holy cow, this guy's a young guy. I forget his first name. So I have been I've been on the basically carnivore diet, since June June 14th, something like that. July, August, September. Yeah. And I'm feeling like my skin is better. That's another thing. Yeah, strokes are scary. One of my biggest fears, and I shouldn't even say it, but is being helpless, not being able to help myself. I just want to stay strong. That's why I'm trying to lose a bunch of weight and eat the right food and then get my body in the right, you know, um, health, make it healthier and strong because I'm an old lady and I want to live and be a healthy old. If I'm going to be old, I'd like to be healthy, as healthy as possible. I think everybody has stuff that they're dealing with by the time they're in their 50s, 60s, 70s. You think so, Sheila? You're very sweet. Well, it's not young, but thank you, Tommy's Angels. I'm doing good. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I haven't eaten, I swear I haven't eaten any bakery item, any pasta, which I love. No bread, no sugar, no candy, no cake. The most I do have is blueberries and strawberries. And if I really want to be like decadent, I'll whip up some whipping cream and that with blueberries. Sheila, I'm losing slow too. But the thing is it's more than just for weight loss. Literally can take inflammation out of our bodies, can actually heal and restore our organs because that's what I believe. I don't want any sweets, no. And if I do have something, it's going to be something that's I got some stevia. Like this drink is sweet, but it's no sugar. Veggies are carbs, but there's certain kind of carbs that are very low carbs. You could eat a bunch of spinach or some lettuce or make a salad. You can have broccoli, but pretty much it's a protein diet. Yeah, I mean, veggies have carbs. I always find out what if I'm gonna have vegetables, I'll ask Google. I'll say how many carbs is in such and such, and it'll tell me. I try to stay under like 20 grams of carbs a day, really low. Today I haven't had any, but when I get off of here, I haven't had dinner, so I'm gonna make myself some meat, and then I'm gonna have some strawberries. That's good, Sheila. I'm not eating any fruit like that. No, no oranges. They're very high sugar in oranges. Now, if I really wanted to have an orange, I could have an orange. I mean, there's no. I just I'm eliminating it. The only fruit that I'm allowing myself is blueberries and strawberries or raspberries. Berries. Um, that's it for now. That's because your body is so used to carbs that's how it works. It doesn't give you belly aches but once you change and you don't give your body those kind of carbs, then it's ketosis and your body is running in a different way. It's eating it's eating the fat of your body. It's living off I can't really I'm no doctor. Um, and Dr. Barry will tell. There's so many people on YouTube that are doctors and have been on it for a long time. I like spinach. I'll get spinach. Like I just bought some spinach. I can't stop with carrots and broccoli. You just eat. Just don't make a lot of them. And no, you don't even need fiber. You don't need fiber. I sleep pretty good, Judy. I don't know if it's better, but I certainly do sleep. Chamomile tea is very good for the tummy aches, but we don't need if you did really study it, we don't need fiber. We don't. If you just ate meat, eggs, chicken, seafood, organs, you get every mineral you need. You wouldn't. But we were raised to think that we're supposed to have a certain amount of fiber. I'm going to the bathroom. I mean, I know this is too much info, but so what? I'm going easier and better on this food, on what I'm eating now than I did eating whatever I wanted at any time. So, yeah, your whole body goes through a change. But in order for you to do that, you have to give up the carbs long enough to let your body go through the ketosis and start burning that because otherwise you're eating sugar. It makes fat. It's a big cycle. Well, I just believe the doctor that I'm believing. Some doctors will tell you to go eat to make sure you eat fiber, and they'll even give you fiber pills and fiber cookies. And I really think it's all junk. You don't need it. I don't eat kale anyway, even when I was eating everything. I just never took to it. I've tried it many different ways, and I'm like, it's not so great. I think one time I had a good kale salad. I don't remember who did it, but I don't care for kale. I'm not really eating a lot of vegetables. The only thing I'm having, I did buy some spinach. No bueno for sugar. Yes. Yeah, those are all ways healthy treats, honestly. Thank you. I feel good. I really do. I mean, I'm off of processed foods. I am. I read I read what's in stuff. And if I can't if it's got dextrose and corn syrup and it, all this stuff, you wouldn't believe what's in stuff. So if it's not real whole food, then don't eat it. Even ketchup. Don't eat ketchup. It's all sugar. You have to find the no sugar stuff. If you really want a little sauce, make your own. Then you know what's in it. It's not easy. Nothing's easy. But I do watch I watch the shorts of these people eating food all the time. Hey, Marilyn, can you eat sourdough bread? Oh, I love sourdough bread. I don't eat bread, but if I was going to eat some bread, sourdough bread is probably the healthiest. Best bread I ever had in my entire life was in San Francisco. Sourdough bread. Oh, yeah. And if I was in San Francisco for a visit, I'd have some. Oh, yeah, mustard's good. Olive oil, balsamic. Now, balsamic vinegar has a lot of sugar in it. It's a sweet. I still would use it. It's not like you're drinking it, but it's good for making a marinade or something. But you have to read the labels when you're in the store because most of the stuff has got crap in it. You know what I found too when I'm making meat, let's say a steak of some sort, I like to spread a good mustard on it, and it's delicious. Um, Cynthia says not good to just cut carbs cold turkey. You have to do it gradually. You can stop processed food right now. Now, does that mean that you're going to be perfect? Maybe not. But if you want to cut out sugar and you want to cut out preservatives and bad stuff, you can do it right now. You don't have to stay on it. It might take you a gradual to get to be carnivore. Yeah, it takes time. Whispering Feline, have you ever seen anything by Dr. Barry, Ken Barry, MD? Because there has been some studies on carnivore, and people have been on it for years and doing so well. So research it. I love bagels. I mean, I mean, if there was anything that I would get, is a New York bagel, oh my God, give me a bagel any day. But I feel like it would just lead me into eating more stuff because it's very addicting. I haven't ever seen their sourdough bagels, but got little flies running around. Yeah, I mean, whatever's good. Not everybody can stop cold turkey, but when I say cold turkey, I just mean like no more candy, no more pasta, no more rice in the box with all the stuff in it. Just start to get clearer. They They don't those clinically controlled trials, they're not even right. Please see Dr. Berry's and because I can't give you an intelligent answer, but he can and has. And I'm not stupid. I know when something's right, and I know it's right. Exactly, Marilyn. Anything that's the white stuff is no good for us, unfortunately. And that's the way it is. Yeah, I have seen. I've been to real bagel shops in Florida and New York, and they're boiled and then baked, and they're delicious. And it's not like I'll never have one, but I don't want one right now. I don't want to trigger myself. I want to accomplish something very important to me, and that is to be able to walk and shed the weight that holds me back. It's absolutely delicious, but it's absolutely killing us. If you have any cancer in your body, and I don't know if most of us have cancer cells here and there, sugar feeds cancer and it multiplies just by sugar in our body. That's enough to tell me that I don't want it. Yeah, no, bagels are super good. And when you're traveling and you're on a vacation, I if I go on a vacation, I'm going to probably enjoy, but it's going to be really hard to turn it off. It's that's the problem. I finally turned off the sugar and the white stuff. I don't eat it. I don't want to turn it on. I'm afraid that it'll get me again. Well, I never heard any doctors say that broccoli is bad for you. Why did you say that? Good night, Linda. You take care, honey. Stay stay well. Yeah, I think cauliflower is delicious, and you can make it like a mashed potato. It's the only thing I'm trying to do is make it kind of easy on myself. I don't want to trick my brain, but if I really do want something like mashed potatoes, I would use the rice cauliflower. What did you mention? I don't even know what you mentioned, Scruggs. I'm just real happy with myself because I finally am doing something I know it's helpful. I know it is. And it's not just for losing weight. It's for getting my body. I don't have I don't have to take any diabetes medication anymore. I'm gonna try. I don't know about blood pressure. Maybe get another 20 pounds. I like it cooked. I do. And I like butter, and I'm allowed to use butter. So I can make my little veggies really buttery, and that's delicious. Just just eliminate things that are white, unfortunately. Yeah, broccoli's fine. Keto diet's fine. It's as long as you're not eating junk, because the junk's gonna make us sick or it's sicker. I didn't say anything bad about broccoli. I just had broccoli and cauliflower this last week. It was delicious. And then like I'll have hard-boiled eggs and some kind of a meat that I cook. Yeah. Oh, sourdough bread is the best. I like broccoli, actually. I do. I like broccoli with Parmesan and butter and lemon juice. I have spinach. I just don't buy as much vegetables. Now, this week I bought strawberries and I bought spinach. So I'm gonna cook some spinach. I cooked for my dog and I put spinach in her hamburger and she likes it and blueberries. My favorite meal is usually a breakfast. I mean, I really do enjoy a good breakfast. But I don't eat like I used to. Like I mean, I loved a bagel and you know, hollandaise sauce on an omelet and French hash browns well done and crispy and butter on my, you know, I've had it and it is one of my favorites. But now I really love eating eggs. Yeah, a lot of things claim it's right. Sheila says it. She says that a lot of things are claiming to be keto friendly, keto. And like Dr. Barry says, that's they're not. If you look at the product and see what they're putting in their product, if you want some vegetables, cook your own vegetables. Yes. If you want to make, something, just cook it from scratch. And lots of maple syrup. Yeah, a lot of people only eat once a day. I eat twice a day. I can't seem to I get hungry. I get up in the morning and I make a pot of coffee, small pot, and I put in a teaspoon of butter and I don't know, a quarter cup of whipping cream, whatever, and I blend it all in, and that's kind of breakfast. The butter just seems to make me feel like it's breakfast, and it holds me. The butter and the cream it's whole food in your tummy with your coffee. And then I wait till about usually noon to 1 in the afternoon, and then I'll make like 3 eggs, couple pieces of sausage, and a little bit of sprinkle of cheese on top, melted. Yeah, I have some meat for my dinner tonight. I didn't cook it yet, but I can go for a long time. It's good to go for a long time without eating, and that's why the one meal a day is popular with a lot of people. But one meal a day is it's tough for me. Well, you guys, it's an hour, and I think it's time for me to go make my steak. It's not steak, actually. It's a cheap cut of meat, and I am going to make some spinach, and that's what I'm going to have. Thanks for coming in, you guys, and I hope you don't mind me talking about this, but it's what's kind of gotten me, in a real good frame of mind. Hey, Sally. Good night, sweetie. Good night, everybody. I'll see you all next Wednesday, and I'll put out a video or a short soon, and I will talk to you then. I hope I can inspire somebody. Because it really makes you feel good when you do. Take care of yourself. Bye, y'all. Peace out.